Hello everyone. Welcome to Other Levels. Today you will continue learn how you can create this financial performance analysis dashboard using Microsoft Excel. So let's complete the project. These are the color codes and font types used in the design. You can get all our templates fully customizable by visiting our online store. www.other-levels.com. In the next part, we will show the wholesale price, retail price, and the average cost of the product. In addition to showing the profits as a value and percentage. We will start by creating the part that shows specific data, but this data will only appear when choosing a specific product from the slicer. First, we'll insert a rounded rectangle in white color. The part at the bottom will show the profits. We will add two gradient colors to it. As you are used to from us. We will always show you all the color codes and the dimensions of the shapes used. Reduce the clarity of the color a little bit. Did you see the difference in the thickness of the fonts? Little things make a big difference in design. Let's separate them using lines. Now we will connect each text box with its correct value in the pivot table. Perfect. As you can see now that the values appear only when choosing a specific product. We'll make the values fonts bigger and bold. The values below will make them appear in white with a different font type. I see that we switch the color directions will be better. The detail part of the products has been completed. Now we will move on to the analysis total of the quantity and value of the products per city. This design was chosen due to the large number of cities and also due to the big numbers. As it is always necessary to be careful to show the numbers clearly. We will search for a good map and add to it the official symbol of the country. This map image is good, but it contains a background. First we will change the color of the image. And now delete the background from the picture format menu. Just select the places you want to remove and the places you want. We will recolor the symbol in white. Excellent, the picture looks consistent with the general appearance of the dashboard. Its exit from the white box adds a more beautiful touch, as well as placing the title text on the map. Next, add the name of the city. Below we'll add the total quantity of products and their total value. We have created pivot tables for all branches as you can see under each other. But some cities have more than one branch, so we will sum all the branches that are in the same city into one cell. But after you are done summing the values, we have to add an equation to avoid any error can happen. Add equal sign, type if error, open the brackets, and at the end close the bracket. Type a comma, then two quotes, close the brackets, then press enter. The two quotation marks mean that in case of error, the cell will be shown empty. And you should add it in all other equations since mistakes rarely appear when choosing more than one choice of slicers. And we always make sure to show the dashboard without errors even if they rarely happen. Repeat the same previous steps in all the remaining cities. So we have reached the next stage, which is the total value of purchases during the years. The table data, as you can see, contains the value of purchases during the years, but we will repeat the value of purchases in another column because we want to add in the design an area chart plus the line chart to become more beautiful. Delete all elements except the horizontal ox. Uncheck the Wrap Text in Shape option. Now we add the percentages that show the difference in purchases between the year and the previous year. From the list of label options, choose the value from the cell. Then select the cells that contain the required percentages. Show it in a new line and in the middle. Now to change the color of the percentages, you must select each percentage separately by double-clicking on it, then add the color. Adding a drop line will give a more beautiful appearance. We will show the value of sales during the years, as well the rate of change. The steps are very similar to the previous chart, but of course with a different chart type. We will use the bar chart here. We have completed the implementation of the main dashboard as you can see, and it is working dynamically. Now we will start implementing the second dashboard, which shows specific values for each product and will be arranged the products list according to its retail price from highest to lowest. The idea is to insert a pivot table that contains a list of the full names of the products, showing the retail price, the percentage, and the quantity of the currently available product. Enter the format that matches the width of your screen and the length of the product names. To maintain the pivot table design, press right-click, then choose Pivot Table Options, then uncheck the Auto-Fit column width on updates. Now we arrange the retail price from the highest to the lowest, knowing that this arrangement remains the same no matter how the choices are changed from the slicers. We do not need the header of the pivot table, so we will hide it by changing the font, background, and lines with the background color. Next, we'll add a list showing the product rank number. The header of the column does not appear beautifully, so we will insert this shape and write the column title inside it. Instead of the column headings in the pivot table, which we hid, we will now insert a rounded rectangle and show the headings more beautiful and creative. Often when choosing 3D icons, try to place them outside the frame to make them stand out more and more. We need to show the grand total at the top instead of at the bottom of pivot table, but to avoid any error that can happen, as we explained before, we will implement it in 2 steps. First, link the total value with a cell. You can put it in the back of the column header. Add the best format to display the numbers. Finally, link the text box to the cell. Do not forget to connect the slicers to this pivot table and remove the connection from all the previous pivot tables. Finally, with the same previous steps, we will implement the remaining 3 pivot tables, but by adding different results. I hope you learned something useful in your work. Thank you for watching. Bye.